Do you ever think, should children have their own cell phone? Why should children need cell phone? And what ages should children be allowed to have cell phones? Hi, my name is Muhammad Rafi Aiman, and I'm here to persuade you guys to rethink the suitable ages for children to have cell phones. First of all, I would like to start with my own personal experience on me getting my first cell phone. I was 12 years old at the time, and my dad gave me my first cell phone, which is the Sony Ericsson C901. It is one of the oldest version of Sony Ericsson nowadays, and I believe we could not find any of Sony Ericsson phone in this generation. I got it since I scored well in my examination. Well, I kinda did well, but it is what it is, and I got my first phone. Personally, I feel like cell phone is changing my daily life routine. I started playing games, which is at the time there's only like 2 or 3 games in that phone, but I'm a kid, I'm just want to have fun, right? So my parents saw me playing games. They worried that I will only focus on playing games. So they started to create a schedule for me, when should I play my games, when should I study, and even for me to go to sleep. But I think that what makes me a discipline, and it is a good thing. Now, before we go deep into our topic, we must know what is the meaning of the cell phone itself. I guess everyone should have known this definition. Cell phone is a phone that we can carry around and we use to make calls and receive messages. It has an access to a cellular radio system and can use all over the globe. Most people nowadays call it mobile phone, telephones, or even worse, iPhone. They don't even recognize Samsung as a phone. To simplify it, phone is what you hold in your hand right now. My phone is a best friend. It's my best friend. It is a lifeline to the outside world. This quote said by Carrie Underwood, which is an American singer and a songwriter. She said this in one of her interviews, and I think it is applicable to everyone nowadays, including our children. Now let's move on to the importance of cell phones to our children. Actually, there are many benefits that cell phone could give to our children, but I just want to highlight these 3. First of all, cell phone allows you to communicate with them. A phone with GPS tracking can help you know where your children is all at the times. When parents decide to give their children their own cell phone, I think they should try to install a GPS tracker app on your children's phone, or compel your child to reveal where their whereabouts so parents can quickly locate them when needed. This action is needed as we can see where they are going, and in the case of emergency, if their children is kidnapped or something, cell phone is there to be their savior. Besides, cell phone also makes children to easily search for information. Mobile learning makes education accessible by allowing students to complete their studies on their own time. It is a good thing since we don't want to put the pressure of learning to our children. When children have their own cell phones, they can also search information on their own using Google, Safari, and other resources. Last but not least, giving them cell phone also teaching them responsibilities. This is because parents can use this opportunity to teach them how to care for their phone, prevent losing it, and remain below the limits of their cell phone plan's data. By saying so, we're also teaching them to be more disciplined in the young age. For me personally, I think that these 3 points should have poked your heart to rethink about giving your children a cell phone, right? Even though we can see that there is many benefits of children to have phones, we can't deny the fact that mobile phones also carry a lot of negativities for children. So in this slide, we can see that there are 3 cons of giving cell phone to our children. First of all, cell phones can put your child at danger of getting in trouble if he or she send, post, or receive indecent image. This problem is caused by unhealthy websites such as pornography. Children see, children do. Everyone heard this phrase, and that's why we have to be cautious of letting children see bad things. We can't deny the fact that children are exposed to the borderless world of technology, so this makes it more easier for any children to log into this unhealthy website, and it could bring bad influence for their life. Besides, cell phone can also be a major distraction for children to crossing a street on foot, leading to an increase in fatalities and incidents. For example, in the year of 2016, everyone is obsessed with the app called Pokemon Go, right? Many accidents happen since the app requires you to have a walk to catch the Pokemon inside the app. Me personally, I enjoy the play the game, but make sure to be careful for your own safety. With mobile phones, children also could encourage cyberbullying. This is a serious matter because there is uncountable cases of people getting depression just by cyberbullying in their social media. Cyberbullying is defined as harassment using technology means such as mobile phones. By saying so, watch your children carefully if you ever decide to give them their own cell phones. We don't want our children to be causes of someone taking their lives away. So, what age should children have their own mobile phones? The typical age is between 12 and 13, but when to obtain a mobile phone for your child is a personal choice. If the sole reason is because her friend have one, you might want to reconsider your choice. As according to Consumer Reports, 6 out of 10 parents of children aged 8 or to 12 give them a cell phone. For me personally, I think that I will give my child a cell phone when he is old enough to be think maturely. What do I mean by maturely is he or she can differentiate what is wrong, what is bad, what to do and what not to do. That is the time where I think I can decide to give them their own cell phone. Age is just a number. Some children mature on the age of 8, some child mature at the age of 11, but I think it's fine. Every child has their own pace on getting them to know their own life. Some people say that nowadays mobile phones should be a necessity for everyone, including children. This is because in this era of globalization, mobile phones start to being one of the most important devices for our daily routine life. I totally agree with this statement. If we observe clearly, even the elders could not let go of their phones, right? So in order to teach their children, the elders itself have to be more disciplined because, like I just said earlier, children see, children do. Besides, with the increased number of crimes, such as raping, kidnapping in modern times, they can spread the message using text messaging or authorities and can pinpoint any of the location. Now you know the pros and cons for children to have mobile phones. I'm sure that you will have your own preference on what is the suitable age for children to have their own mobile phones. For closing my speech, I would like to say that you must decide whether or not your youngsters is ready to have a cell phone. Parents should know when their child are ready to have their own phone so that there will be no misstep on parenting your children. Before purchasing a mobile phone, please ensure that your child is capable of handling the responsibilities. Don't give in to the peer pressure to give your child a smartphone at such a young age. Just because his or her friend got one, they also need one. And last but not least, when giving your child a cell phone, social media can be a huge popularity battle, and children are particularly vulnerable. Teach your children that it's okay if their posting don't get many likes and encourage them to pursue other hobby. Don't just focus on what inside their hand. Maybe they are talented in different aspects such as sports or education. So parents should play their role on giving motivation to their children that whatever they do, it is always matter and they have people support them at the back. My name is Muhammad Rafi Aiman. Thank you for listening to my speech.